Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are going to be reacting to the man, the myth, the legend, the unspoken person, the whisper in the breeze, and that is none other than Zack D Films.
They pulled the Cheeto out of the bag and realized it was shaped almost exactly like a Charizard. Eventually, it went viral online, so it was carefully placed on a custom Pokemon card, stored inside a display case, and then put up for bidding at $250.
What?
As more and more bids appeared, the price climbed higher. Finally, it was bought for almost $90,000.
Okay, I need to find them Tito's. Yo,
Over 20,000 times its original price.
we all are going to buy Cheetos, yeah, and try to find that. We as individuals, that includes me and you.
If you ripped off the screen at a movie theater, stretched it over a giant sink, and poured a pot of pasta over it, the water would fall through the screen and into the sink below, acting like a strainer. You see, most movie theaters put their speakers at the front of each room, hiding it behind the screen. But normal screens would block the sound, so these are covered with thousands of tiny holes, which let the sound flow out through the screen as if it's coming from the characters themselves. If you ripped off the screen at a movie theater,
Useless information that I did not know. Let me shut up.
into two pieces, screwed in a special metal rod along his bone, secured it with pins, and sewed the wound back up. You see, he was born with one leg shorter than the other. But after the surgery, the boy used a special remote to rotate the gears inside. It would extend the rod just a little bit every day. This slowly stretched the two ends of his bones apart. And as the gap slowly opened, his body filled it in with more bone. And after several months, his leg was longer than before.
Oh, that's smart. Yo, how did we as human beings, yeah? For example, how the hell did we invent phones, bro? Nah, let me check the comments, bro.
Slide your bread into the decorative metal cage, then swing it shut against the glowing center coil. As the wire heats up, it toasts the inner face. And once that side turns golden, just press the button on the side, which releases a spring-loaded hinge, and the cage swings outward, away from the heat, spinning the bread all the way around and letting the pale, untoasted side face the coil. But since the heated coil was completely exposed, well, just one slip could sear your fingers. Slide your bread into the decorative... When the ant falls into the sand pit, a hidden ant lion is usually waiting underneath the loose sand. And as the ant tries to climb out, the walls collapse beneath its feet, sliding it closer and closer to the predator. But then the ant lowers its giant jaws against the ground. The jaws tense up like loaded springs before snapping shut at an incredible speed. The impact is so powerful that it launches the ant straight into the air. And if the jump sends it high enough, the ant can blast completely out of the pit. When the ant falls into the sand pit, a hidden ant lion is usually waiting underneath.
So you're telling me ants have superpowers, bro? No, no. So ants, not only they can bite you, not only they can survive falls from a skyscraper, my bro, they can fly? Aye. We need to nerf them, bro. Collect every single ant in the world, enlarging them. Then, I don't know, maybe clap.
Lightly lick your left ring finger and slide it against the soft webbing between your right index and middle finger, lining them up at the same height. Next, straighten out your ring finger and tuck the rest of your left hand underneath your right. Then bring your hands up to your mouth and close your lips into an O, lining up the center with the nail of your left ring finger. After that, press your ring finger into the webbing to slowly create tension. And when you flick your finger outwards, it pops free from the webbing, sending the sound into your mouth and letting you do a pop whistle. Lightly lick your left ring finger and slide it against the soft webbing between your right index
Yo,
and
who invented that, bro? How?
middle finger, lining them up at the same height.
Okay,
Next,
okay. Alright, restart. Alright, basically.
your left ring finger and slide it against the
Left. Oh, my bad. Okay. Restart. My bad, chat.
lightly lick your left ring finger
Uh-huh.
and slide
Uh-huh.
it against the soft webbing between your right index and middle finger, lining them up at the same height. Next, straighten out your ring finger and tuck the rest of your left hand underneath your right. Then bring your hands up to your mouth and close your lips into an O, lining up the center with the nail of your left ring finger. After that, press your ring finger into the webbing to slowly create tension. And when you flick your finger outwards, it pops free from the webbing, sending the sound into your mouth and letting you do a pop whistle. Lightly lick your left ring finger and slide it against the...
How? Yes! All that just here pop. How?
threw the rock at the seal, just barely missing its head. And locals yelled at him, telling him it was endangered and that he'd have to pay a huge fine. But the tourist just shrugged, saying he was rich, so he didn't care. But when a local man heard about it, he found the tourist and beat the heck out of him. Now, nobody reported it, but someone did film the attack. And instead of punishing the man, the local senator wrote an official letter of recognition, thanking the attacker for teaching the tourist a lesson.
I'm crying, bro. Yo, got that nigga upside down. No, that's and he got a reward for that. He got a reward for that, bro. Oh my days. Yo, imagine being such a bum that the person that beat your ass viciously got a reward for flipping you upside down. Well deserved, because you tried to attack a seal, bro. You have less than 0 IQ.
If you dumped resin over a Big Mac and hardened it into a block, the resin...
Zack, who asked, bro? Who? Like,
would stop any germs from coming in, so mold wouldn't grow as easily. And after 250 years, if you sawed it open, you might think you could eat a perfectly preserved burger. But after several decades, the trapped moisture inside would slowly make the burger fall apart, while the fats would start to stink. And if there was bacteria on the food, it could leave behind dangerous toxins over time, meaning you would probably just throw up. If you dumped resin over a Big Mac and hardened it into a block...
First of all, how do you even know this, bro? Like, how do you even know that? If you dump resin on a Big Mac and that thing would not expire, like, how do you even know that, bro? Zack, bro.
If you shine a green, red, and blue light, each color will stimulate a different set of cones in the back of your eye. And when
There's cones? I have cones in the back of my eye? What?
Are triggered at once, your brain will be
I did not
tricked
know
into
that.
seeing white light where the beams overlap. Now, if you place a board with a slit in front of the wall, it will split the white light back into 3 colored stripes, since each light comes from a slightly different position. But if something blocks part of the light, it creates 3 colored shadows, because from each angle, one color gets blocked, while the other 2 keep mixing. Block blue and red plus green makes yellow. Block green and red plus blue makes magenta. Block red and green plus...
Man said magenta is magneta.
blue
Blood.
makes cyan. Roll a piece of paper into a foot-long tube and hold it to your right eye, while touching the side of your left hand halfway up the side of the tube. Now, when you look into the distance with both eyes, you'll see a hole form right in the middle of your hand. This is because each eye sees at a slightly different angle, and your brain puts those two images together. So when you're looking at something normally, you don't notice it's actually two separate pictures. But when each eye has a completely different...
Wait. Does the paper have to be 12 inches though? Because if it's 12 inches, that's a bit too big. Pause. You dirty-minded freak. Pause.
Brain tries to blend them together, making the circular view through the tube overlap your hand. Roll a piece of paper into a foot-long tube and hold it to your right eye, while touching the side of your...
Yeah, but like, does it have to be 12 inches though? Pause.
If you ate a firefly...
If you eat a firefly, you're just a bored individual. Go get some pussy, you deranged fuck. Why are you eating an insect? Do you not have food at home?
No.
Are you bored?
Yes!
Do you have nothing better to do, my boy?
Would it light up in your stomach? No. You have to eat in order for you to glow. Well, inside a firefly's body, special chemicals mix with oxygen to create that familiar glow. And to match your body weight, you would need to eat around 53,000 of them. But since your stomach is full of acid, there's no oxygen to react with. And the chemicals would just be digested. Even if they stayed intact, your body isn't built to activate them. And since they're toxic, you would actually just end up poisoning yourself.
Yeah, but idiot.
If the fabric gets pinched between its jaws, it can also block
I hate that. I hate
the teeth from meshing. So you might just yank on it, but this can make the snag worse and bend the teeth. Instead, pull the fabric out slowly with your fingers, then gently slide the zipper. If it still sticks, rub a pencil over the teeth. Then straighten out any bent prongs, and the zipper will glide again. If the fabric gets pinched...
What does rubbing a pencil do, though?
She dropped her chicken nugget, and a crow swooped in to grab it. Soon the birds were watching her, hoping for another bite. So she started feeding them peanuts and dog food. And one day, she found a small earring on the empty feeder. Then a polished rock. Then a tiny piece of metal.
Yo, they are giving her...
Stamped with the word best. The crows were leaving her gifts. And while she kept filling the feeder each day, the birds started lingering nearby. Then one day, her mom lost a lens cap in an alley. But soon, a crow dropped it into the bird bath, then left it sitting on the edge, freshly rinsed. She dropped...
Yo, crows are smart, you know? Crows are smart, bro. Smarter than us. Why did it fly in my house? Why did it fly in my house? My brother, if you don't eviscerate yourself from my room immediately, I will eliminate you from the premises of the world, my bro.
Say the word boots out loud. Boots. Now push the B as hard as you can. Boots. Then drop your voice, leaving only the B sound. Boot. Next, pick any T word like time and hit the T nice and sharp. Time. Drop your voice again until only the T is left. T. Finally, say cats with a strong C. Cats. Drop your voice one more time, leaving only the C.
How to beat? Okay, if you don't know how to beatbox, you're a slow individual. Boom, da, boom, da, da, boom.
Now loop all three together. Say the word boots out loud.
The fact that he's spitting on a girl is crazy. That's crazy. That poor lady, man. That poor lady. Hey.
His hand was pulled into the grinder, cutting off most of his index finger. And as it was healing, he broke his middle finger, leaving it severely bent. But the boy still wanted to play baseball. So after it healed again, he learned to grip the baseball with the stump tucked underneath, while holding it tightly with his crooked middle finger. This put extra pressure on the ball, and when he let go, it spun rapidly in the air, while curving downward. This made it extremely difficult to hit, and he became one of the best pitchers of all time with only 3 normal fingers. His hand was pulled into the grinder.
Okay, at least he's got something out of that. But that must have been painful. No pain, no gain. Exactly what he said.
It rolls back its eyes right as it approaches the
Ew!
seal, leaving only hard cartilage in the eye sockets.
Ew.
With its eyes facing backwards, it can't see, so it has to use smell and hearing instead. At the same time, nerves in its snout sense tiny electrical signals from the seal. Now, the moment it strikes, the seal fights back, thrashing and clawing at the shark. But since its eyes are protected, they stay safe until the struggle is over.
Yo, that must be scary. Seeing a shark rolling their eyes back. Like, imagine you're a human, yeah? You're in the ocean, boom. You see a great white shark. Next thing you know, all you see is white in their eyes. My brother, I am accepting my death and fate. I should have gone in the ocean in the first place. Now I'm regretting. And you also, you are also regretting as well. Am I right? And they can sense. Makes them even more dangerous. We need to nerf every single OP animal in this.
If you want to yo-yo down a skyscraper, well, the yo-yo would need to scale up to about 50 feet across.
Zack, what is going on through your mental state, my bro? To even think of the
just to accommodate all that string. And at that size, it would weigh as much as 36 semi-trucks. Meaning to pull it back up, well, your arm would need to be 65 feet thick. But the second that house-sized yo-yo tries to reverse, the rope gets hit with all that force at once. It snaps and sends the disc on a rampage through the city.
On some Omnidroid type shit, my nigga.
Take a quarter and show it to an alien like this.
Will aliens come to Earth? I don't think so. Why? Because we're all done. we're all tapped in the head. All of us. Me and you. Me and you. Me and you.
He might assume it's just a circle with a face on it. But if you rotate the coin like this and show a different alien, he might think it's just a thin line. Now, the two aliens start arguing about what it is. But the problem is that they're both seeing something real. They're just not seeing the whole truth. If they stopped arguing and actually listened, they might realize their observations aren't contradicting each other. They each have a piece of the puzzle, which is how they get closer to the actual truth. If you take a quarter,
aliens.
If you sucked up all the gold ever mined from...
Brother, if you sucked up all the gold on the earth, brother, you'd be a trillionaire. Or even a quintillionaire. Maybe, I don't know.
Giant gold reserves to secret jewelry boxes. Combined it all together and melted it down to make one statue.
No. You need to sell all the gold for a ton of money, bro. I'm telling you, you would love it. It does come with some downsides, though, because you can't experience being broke again. And that money is going to be generations and generations. And that money can cause inflation. And then when inflation happens...
You might think it could be taller than Mount Everest.
Nah.
Even though there's almost 500 million pounds of gold in
500 million? Brother, 500 quintillion. Worth, bro. Come on. Maybe even worth more than that. I don't even know.
That's actually only enough to fit inside a 6-story building. Now, if you included all of the gold still buried underground, they would...
There's still gold underground? Yeah, like me and you, we are going to start digging holes in the road. And then we are going to be using shovels to dig up the mud from the ground. Me and you. Me Yes, me. Yes, me and you. You, the viewer that is watching. You.
He took care of the chimp when she arrived at the zoo, and she learned to trust him over time. Even if she was on the complete other side of the enclosure, she would run over excitedly just to say hello. But he eventually retired, and years later, the chimp's health got worse. She even became too tired to eat, and when the researcher came to visit her, she could barely move. But after hearing his voice, she grinned before giving him a long hug. And after seeing her old friend one final time, she finally passed away just a week later. Order a Big Mac, a McChicken, and a fillet of fish, and pull out the meat from all 3 sandwiches. Next, place the Big Mac patties on a bottom bun to represent land animals. Place the McChicken patty over it to represent air animals, and top it off with the fillet of fish to represent the sea. After that, place the top bun back on to get the land, air, and sea burger. But all those flavors will clash together, meaning it'll probably just taste like regret. Order a Big Mac, a McChicken, and a fillet of fish. And
why would you combine all the meat together, bro? Like, why would you take the energy out of your day to rip out the meat from the burger and then combine the meat with other meats? Pause, you dirty-minded freak. Anyways, my people, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did not, you did not. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss another post from me. You get me? You get me?